All right, hi everybody. It is July 17th, Friday. Yay. Um, yeah, we're over halfway through July already and still the same old crap we have to get through. What I was going to talk about today was a few things, but the main thing I guess to talk about is this ongoing, virus scare. They're still using these scare tactics. In some ways, it's kind of interesting because you're starting to realize that the bad guys are running out of ideas, so they just keep playing out these old scenarios. So they're trying to get as much mileage as they can from this virus thing. But as we all kind of know, it's like a distraction, and with most of their operations, they're always doing distractions. They're trying to keep the public eye on this virus problem. Is what I'll use it as, and they're also trying to get each other to get us all to fight each other on it. Using the classic, blaming the inmates thing, because what it is they're as you know, I've used this as an analogy before. It's like we're trying to do a prison break, and whatever. There's a little group of people that want to you know uh, basically fight for more rights in the prison or something. The warden's going to take away more of their, like, yard time, or no more pudding or something if you fight the system. So everybody keeps getting angry at us, the people that want freedom, when we're trying to buck the system and we're trying to get out of here. Um, but basically, we're being punished by our prison guards and prison warden, uh, governors in this case. But anyway, so they're basically saying, okay, now you guys got to stay inside or wear masks or whatever. And it's not because of them dictating this. It's because obviously we have some renegade prisoners that are trying to get a little more freedom than we deserve. So they're just doing a blanket punishment. It's like, well, until everybody conforms, everybody, and it's not the prison warden's fault. It's because of some prisoners are asking for just a little too much freedom, so they've got to punish everybody. So they've got us churned on each other, and I saw that coming, but whatever. We have to deal through that as well. Um, but like I said, this is they're using it. It's kind of interesting because both sides, the dark side and the good guys, are both using this distraction with this virus, as real or as fake to numbers as it is, but they're both using it for different purposes. The good guys are rounding up a lot of the high, you know, the high end pedophiles, basically, or a lot of these celebrities or politicians that they're rounding up. They're using that as kind of almost like a cover or a distraction to do that. And the dark guys are basically using it for the same reason. They're basically saying, "Hey, look, we still got lots of problems with this epidemic around the world, and so just look what's going on there." Because basically they don't want anybody to see that they're being round up with all this child trafficking things going on. So this is like something we're all gonna have to realize. A lot of people are in denial, and rightly so. I kind of understand how they feel, because when you're raised in this reality, and this is you swear that this is all there is and it's real, and it's been controlled. Our lives have been controlled, especially by the media, completely. And you can imagine if you have like your favorite baseball player, and you find out that he's crooked. He's been, you know, um, gambling, or selling drugs or something. He gets convicted. First of all, you go through denial. You go, no, 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 no. That must be wrong. That must be wrong. And then you realize, okay, well, maybe my favorite sports hero is actually fallen from grace. Well, can you imagine that times all these movie stars, all these politicians, everybody that's falling from grace? There's gonna be a lot of denial. A lot of people are gonna go, no, no, you guys are making that stuff up. And I gotta admit, when I started doing research, a lot of stuff is pretty unviable. It's like, wow, really, that's a stretch. Like, are these bad people? Are these celebrities really that bad? But being a critical thinker is you go with more than just one source of information. That's just it. You need at least minimum of three sources of information to validate something. Let alone the more you get, the better. So, you know, I mean, we're starting to see so much evidence that's mounting against a lot of these celebrities and stuff like that. It's like, well, I guess we're just going to have to take them off that pedestal and realize, they're not the nice people we thought they were. So there's that going on. I mean, I also realize, well, a lot of us are saying, well, why don't they just step in and arrest all these people and let's just fix all these problems? But I also realize it's very much like a story I told you guys before. It's almost like as if you got a premonition. If you saw something, like the people in the know going, okay, these are bad people. If we just go and arrest them, it's going to be pretty hard for the regular people to believe that unless they can actually see some evidence of that. So it's almost like you have to let them be criminals and then stand back and go, see what I'm talking about? These guys are not nice people. Now let's go arrest them. So it's because if you arrested them first without any evidence of the public realizing that they were not as nice as they were told, it's going to make their job a lot harder to convince people. So that's kind of what I see it playing out here. I've got heard that from a few different sources as well. But basically, they're letting us all go through this turmoil to validate what they're saying. And I would see how bad this really is. It's basically for the world to see. And then once we get enough is enough, which is coming, from what I understand, we have to put up with this probably until September, which is too bad, but whatever. We can endure this. And then finally, it's going to be enough is enough. You guys get the point now? Like, this world is really, really not right now. And then it's about fixing it from then on. So, and another way I'm kind of looking at it is, it's like separating the wheat from the chaff, as we all kind of know that sort of parable. But it's basically testing us. They're in a sense testing us. It's not as if we have to pick sides because we already know what side we're on, but I'm just saying it's more like, okay, what would you do under these circumstances? And we're being watched. We really are. So whatever choices you make, it's going to go down in history. And if you, when you think about it, if you go back in time, or if you went in the future and you realize, boy, I could have played that differently. Really, I should have stuck up for my friends, or I should have been one of the people that said, yeah, no, this is not right. We can't stand for this anymore. Now's our chance to make that choice. I mean, for me, enough is enough. Like, once you start finding out what all this is all about, you go, stop the crime. We've got to just stop this. So that's kind of how I see things playing out right now. But also, just being regular, just a average person, just an average human being, I just want to get my life back to normal, just like everybody else. And people need hope. We need to think about what's going on in the future. Well, for me in particular, I look at it like this is definitely a painful experience. So I wish we could just rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with. But it's a painful experience that we're going through, but in the end it's going to be worth it. It will be worth it because, like I said before, we're going to have freedom like we've never had freedom before. And take, for instance, there's going to be a lot of the suppressed technology, like not only free energy machines, but lots of medical cures and treatments that we've been denied for so many, thousands of years, let alone hundreds of years in our century. But so a lot of the stuff that's been hidden from us is going to come out, and we're going to actually benefit mankind, like everybody. And we're also going to get financial assistance at the end of this too. So basically, the economy that everybody thinks is going to be destroyed won't be. not only survive, but actually we're going to flourish. Because number one reason why we're going to flourish is because we're not going to be under the same controllers. So that is something that I look forward to. So, okay, so this is kind of my Friday update as I see things. You guys can post your opinions too as much as you can. You know, I mean, this format isn't just for me. Um, but I also want to be realistic with everybody as far as how I see things playing out, and also try to be optimistic at the same time. You know, it's pretty hard to be optimistic when you're down in the trenches and you're fighting, you're covered in mud. But you know, if we know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, it makes it all worthwhile. And I think that's kind of where we're heading. I know that's where we're heading. So have a good weekend, and we'll get through this. Keep doing research. Like I said, you need more than one source. Keep finding out lots of different sources, and then follow your gut feeling, your intuition, and to know if something's right or not. Because there's a lot of false information out there, as we all know. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good weekend.